4-H camp is a blast.
I think 4-H camp is cool.
The most awesome experience of your life.
4-H camp is awesome and really fun.
While at camp, you'll take an educational journey participating in hands-on tracks like science, engineering, and technology, water safety, outdoor skills, nutrition, and much, much more.
I think it was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had in my whole entire life.
4-H camp is life-changing.
So 4-H camp is an amazing, one-of-a-kind experience that you'll definitely want to have.
4-H camp is awesome.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Bonnette with the Louisiana 4-H Virtual Summer Camp Program, Set Track. Coming to you today from Camp Grant Walker, Classroom 3 in the Education Building. In our previous lessons, we've talked about different aspects of tower design and building. In today's activity, we'll be looking at water filters. So water filters are very important in our everyday lives. The purpose of a water filter is to take out the bigger particles in our drinking water supply. Make sure those are not in there when it passes through a water treatment plant. Now the water filters will take out those bigger particles, but things like bacteria, other microorganisms are able to pass through, so we have to chemically treat the water as well. Now you may have at your home a water filter pitcher that you can filter out your tap water with. You may have a water filter in your refrigerator that cleans out the water as you get it. The water filters, though, work as a screen. They can filter out the different particles, different sizes, bigger, all the way down, like I said, to the bacteria level. In today's activity, we're looking at creating a water filter using just a few basic materials. Now the water filters used in a treatment plant are a lot more complex, but this will serve the same purpose. Okay? Now before we get started, you should have your activity sheets ready, and you want to take a minute, pause the video, read through the quick explanation at the bottom of page 1 and onto page 2. Then take a minute to answer the pre-activity questions. After you're done with those, hit play and we'll continue on. Alright, so now let's take a look at our materials for today's activity. These can be found at the top of page 3 in your activity sheets. Okay? So we have a plastic bottle that you'll have to cut in half. Now, for this one here, I have a little water bottle, a 16.9 ounce bottle. You can use any sized plastic bottle, a 20 ounce bottle, a 1 liter, a 2 liter, anything will be fine. But you want to have it to where you can cut it in half. We need some paper towels. Okay? We need some gravel. Okay? We need some sand, okay? Just regular sand. Okay? We need some cotton balls and our dirty water. All right, now that you have your materials ready, let's take a look at the directions. This is also found on page 3 of your activity sheet. So the objective for today's activity is to create a water filter that will clean some dirty water. Now, our dirty water is going to be something that we create. So what you'll need is a container of some sort that you put some regular water into, but then you add things into it from outside. Now here I put bits of sticks, leaves, little bits of plastic, some dirt, sand, just a variety of things from outside. And I stirred it up. Okay? So you can see here the water is very dirty, and we want to be able to clean that water with our filter. So after you have your dirty water ready, you want to take your plastic bottle, okay, and with an adult's help, take a pair of scissors, and you want to cut it into two parts. Now you want to make the cut about a third of the way up. So you want a little bit higher than halfway up to make your cut. Because what you'll do is take the bottom part of your bottle, okay, put the top part into it like this to where the top is pointed down, okay, and it just sits in there. Okay. Now, you'll take that top part, okay, with the opening here, and you're going to use your other materials to create layers for your water filter. Now, I'm not going to tell you the exact best way to set it up. That's where you'll have to think about how you can get these different layers in here and in the right amounts. Okay? So you'll have to think about that for a little bit and then try it out. Okay, so now that you've had a chance to think about your water filter design, let's take a look at one possible design that you could use. So what I've done here is I've taken the top of my water bottle, and the first thing I put in was the paper towel. Okay, put that in at the bottom. Then I put in 4 cotton balls, which you can't really see here. Okay. Next, I layered in some gravel, okay, and then finally the sand on top. Okay. Now, again, this is one possible design. We want to see how this one is going to work. Okay. Your idea might be different. Let's test it out. All right, so again, I'm just stirring up the dirty water. Now, depending on the size of your bottle, you may not have a lot of room to pour water, so you'll want to pour very slowly. Okay? All right, so we can see that we've got water coming through. Now this may take a minute or two for everything to settle through. You can see that it drips down into the bottom part of the bottle. All right, so let's take a look at what happened. All right, so we can see that the water at the bottom is still a dark color, but there are no big pieces in it. Okay? It's just water with the brown color. Now, in the top part of our filter, you can see that we have all of our sticks and leaves and little bits of plastic that are in there. Okay? So the filter did its job in taking out those bigger particles. So we still have this water at the bottom that is brown. Right? So how could we possibly get that even cleaner? Right? So think about that part. Now, go ahead and pause the video and build your water filter if you haven't already and test it out. Now, after you've done that, go ahead and answer your post-activity questions at the bottom of page 3 in your activity sheets. When you're finished with your post-activity questions, come back to finish up. Now that you've had a chance to build your water filter and test it out, let's talk about what happened. Okay? So, your results. Were your water cleaner than mine, or was it dirtier? How did your water filter work? Think about the different aspects of your layering. Okay? Did you use a thick layer of gravel and a thin layer of sand, or maybe you used more cotton balls or fewer. Maybe you used more paper towels. Think about those different layers and what each one does as far as the filtering process. So before we wrap things up for today, think about all of these different things that you could test out. A different design of your water filter. What materials could you use that might be better? How would the different thicknesses of the layers work? If you used a small bottle, would a larger bottle allow you to improve your water filter? Okay? So all of these different aspects are things to think about and test out. Okay? What would happen if you ran this water through the filter a second time? Would it become cleaner? There are a lot of different things for you to test out here. Also, in your activity sheets, on page 2, in the quick explanation section, you have some website resources that you can check out, further design ideas and challenges. Okay? So be sure to take a look at those. Be sure to take pictures of your results, especially the water itself. So post those in the comments below so that we can compare your results to everyone else's and see if you can get your water cleaner than mine. Also, check out the link to our virtual program website in the description below. Stay tuned for the next virtual set activity coming soon. We'll see you then.